So me personally, I prefer not to pick up. I prefer to pin down. You feel me? First date, probably like. Have you ever heard of
All
Damn,
There
right.
he goes. Hey, okay.
blonde.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, love.
Yeah, so like what were you drinking? Because I couldn't hear you before.
Fucking yeah, tequila and cranberry juice.
Oh, that's my favorite. That's like my go-to. Yeah, I love it.
I mean, he
Wait,
had me at that, but
dang. So Rachel, like, you got like questions for us? Or
Yeah,
how's
of
this gonna work?
course. All right, so Ollie, where would you take Emily on your first date with her?
Do you like going to the casino? You don't? What if you don't use your money?
it still doesn't matter. It's kind of
What? Okay, fuck the casino. I guess that wouldn't really work. What's a better place? Where would you want to go on your first date?
depends on the mood.
The mood.
That would be your first date with someone at casino.
Yeah, Ollie,
Yeah,
I'm
'cause,
not gonna
like-
lie, that's kind of whack.
Wait, that's not bad, cause like if we win big, then I'm lucky. It's meant to be, you know. If I lose a lot of money with the girl, it's not meant to be. She's bad luck. So it's like a test.
It's a good term.
Yeah, it's like the scale. I don't know what you call it. Think about it.
I'm thinking about it. I don't know how I feel about it, but
I don't know, cause then it shows like the rest of the life. I don't know, like how it's gonna go. If I already lost with you on the first day, then I'm probably not gonna win with you, like ever. But we'll
Yeah.
win though. We'll win though.
wait, do you play blackjack or what?
I play blackjack and then roulette. Those are like my two favorite games.
See, I just like the slot machines and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, they're fun too. I like playing them. You know what steak is?
Like the restaurant or like the food
Never mind then.
or
Never mind then. All right. But
Wait,
it seems
alright.
but you would go on it, right? To the casino.
What?
You would go on the casino date?
Nah, I wouldn't.
Damn.
Maybe if I was drunk enough, but
If the mood was right. I'm not gonna take you to
Okay.
the club on the first date. Dinner sounds boring. You want me to watch you eat?
All right. There's enough yapping, Ollie. What is your
I'm
first
sorry.
date plan? Take some
It's the casino.
control.
It's the casino.
So you're taking her to the casino even though she doesn't want to go.
Yeah.
So you guys go to the casino. She's like, I don't want to be here. What do you do next to make to make it better?
What? I give her money.
yeah, see, we're good on that.
Yeah, see? Yeah. We go shopping. There's like shops around the casino.
Okay.
Oh,
God.
Okay, you
Oh,
see Emily on your college campus. You're just hanging out. How do you approach her to rizz her up, to get her to go out with you in general? Like
Yo, I've never done that to a single woman before. How would I do it? Fuck, I don't know. That's hard. I'll walk up. What would I say? Bro, so fuck. Dude, I can't look at chat. Dude, chat's dangerous.
don't look at
What would
chat. Look at Emily.
Yo, chat, give me some ideas. What would you all do?
here, come on.
You're right. What would I do?
Her eyes are here, dude. They're not in chat. Look
What
her
if
in the eyes.
I-
Okay.
Amen, baby, amen.
What would I do? Dude, I don't know. Can we ask another question?
Okay. Ollie, do you have a question for Emily? Damn. Oh my gosh, she sold so hard. All right, let's get the next person in here.
On it.
All right, Velocity, go ahead and turn your cam on.
All right. How we doing? Let me mute stream real quick so I can hear your beautiful voice. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing amazing. Hopefully you are too. Yeah. So,
All right.
how's your night so far?
It was good. Hit the gym. Got ready in here.
Okay. That's awesome. I like the necklace. What does it say?
Baby girl.
Okay. That's awesome.
All right. So, the first question, just Velocity.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you take her on a first date?
Oh man. man. Okay, so, and that's a great question. That's a great. There's plenty of places to take you, but you are different than other girls. You're special, so we have to do something different.
What's hitting
Well,
with the love bombing?
I'm from the country. Tennessee.
Thank you.
So
Where are you from?
maybe
Tennessee?
Tennessee. Yep.
I'm
Mhm.
originally from Pennsylvania.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I have a big farm. Hello? Okay.
His mom's interrupting the E-date?
Okay. Echo. Hang up.
Okay, all right. Would you let Emily meet your mom?
Distractions get in the way. Yeah.
Like right now?
course.
Would you like
Yeah.
bring her on stream and let her meet her?
No, she's in bed right now, or I get her.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. It is late. It is late.
Yeah. But
All right.
it would be an
Who
honor.
pays
Come on.
for the first date?
Oh, me, of course.
Okay, wait, Emily,
Yeah.
how much should a guy spend on the first date?
I don't think amount really matters. It just matters about like quality of the person's, essence and energy. But don't bring me to McDonald's
Answer.
birthday.
No, we ain't going to McDonald's. No. We're going somewhere better. Somewhere better than that.
All right, where are you taking her for the first date? Since we didn't get that answer.
Ooh, okay. First date. Do you like let's see. I mean, you like food. You like going out to eat. What's your favorite kind of food?
I love salmon.
Salmon. Okay. That's a good. So, we go out, we eat some food. Then after we're done, get in the tractor. We take it way out. Pitch black night, and we see all the
I
stars.
think you lost me at
And
tractor.
we see the sun. Truck. There you go.
The
that
reason
better?
I left Pennsylvania,
You're fumbling.
Maybe truck. No, I'm not fumbling, man. We're just different. Okay, look. Maybe Maybe just the truck. We'll just go out in the truck and we'll look at the stars and we'll play some good music. Wait, what kind of music do you like?
What kind of music do you like?
Country.
Yeah, I saw that one coming.
Yeah.
All right,
What do
Emily.
you like? Rap?
No, I like a little bit of everything.
Okay. I like a lot of
Emotional
genres.
shit, I'm not really into that. Like Screamo, you can't get me to listen to that shit.
Yeah. No, I like a lot of different genres, definitely. So,
All right, I got a question.
okay, what's your question?
Emily, what would you rate his Riz so far? Is he selling? Is he doing good? What is it so far?
I mean, I feel like he's lost in Tennessee right now, but
No,
You're good.
it's your eyes. It's not Tennessee. I'm gonna be completely honest. But I'm trying to be completely transparent. But
okay, bring it through.
no, I think let me fix this question real quick.
Wait, he's
because
kinda-
I
he's
was really
kinda- he's
thinking- I
kinda
was thinking about
cooking.
me
He's
too
kinda
much, and I think
cooking.
we need to make it equal. I think before we go for the first time, I think we'll go out to eat, and while we're eating, we'll kind of decide there. And we'll put our interests together, and kind of figure out something that we could do together that we both enjoy.
So let me ask you, where would you take me out on the first date of ours?
Okay, let's see. I mean, you said you like salmon. I don't really go to too many.
I like chicken and steak too. We're good.
Oh, you like chicken? Okay, good, because I like chicken too. Do you like Outback? Go to Outback. Frick, you don't like Outback.
All right.
You don't like steak. Frick, you don't like steak. Okay.
No, that's chill.
Outback's chill. Okay, like Logan's, maybe something like that. See, the thing is, I can't say where I would take you because I don't know where you would want to go yet. So I would need to know where.
All right, wait.
What?
We got to cut this short. Emily,
Okay.
would you like him to go to round 2 or no?
I think we're gonna go on to the next one.
All right. I'm so sorry, Velocity.
Thank you. Hey, thank you for having me. Thank you both ladies, and y'all have a good one.
All right, bye. Okay, let's get the next one in here. Aerith,
Oh shit.
why are you playing cricket noises?
That's just my thing. I don't know. Sorry. Oh, you want me to turn on my camera now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, for sure. Uh, hello. What's
Hello.
good? So my real name is actually Nathan. You can call me Nate. You know what I'm saying?
Hi,
What's your name, by the way? Emily? Emily, that's your name?
Emily.
How you doing? How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm great.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, is there any like question you want to ask Rachel, like something like that?
Yeah. All right. So first date, how much are you spending?
Spending. 500,
Chat,
500,
give me good questions to ask. All right, what are you doing with that 500 to 750? Where are you taking her on her first date?
So I think I'm gonna take her go shopping and stuff like that. Wait, hold on. Shopping. Well, first thing first, I'm gonna pick her up. Obviously, pick her up, and then we're gonna get some food, like in a fancy restaurant for sure, for sure. And then we go into shopping where whatever she want to get, stuff like that. I think I'm gonna do it like 750, 750. That's my budget. I'm not doing 500. I think that's like a little bit low, so I'm gonna do 750. I can do that. I can afford that. 750 is cool. And then
Chat, he's
shit.
cooking. He's
Yeah, we
cooking,
go
though.
shopping, and then after we shopping, we.
She's smiling. She
Oh,
loves
shit.
it.
What do you
He's
like to
good-
do
he's
though?
doing
Emily, What do you
good.
like to do? What do you like to do?
Depends on who I'm with.
Oh, if you with me, like it depends. Well, to be honest, I really like to go like to the mountain and stuff like that, but doesn't
I love
include because what was that? Sorry.
I love being outdoors.
Oh shit, say less, say less. I like that too, cause yeah, I mean, if we're going like around like afternoon, like I don't know, like around 3 or 4, watching for the sunset at the mountains, it's pretty sick. You know what I'm saying? I really like to go up there sometimes, just be chilling over there and talking. I like to talk. I like to talk with the person that I'm hanging out with. Yeah.
All right, I have a question.
What's up?
Do you think... Wait, Emily, this is for you. Do you think size matters?
Size matters.
Does size
Nah,
matter?
it's about ocean of the emotion. You know what I'm saying? And about time as well. Time. So size is a bonus. Size is a bonus. Size is a bonus.
Why are you answering this question?
What?
Oh my gosh.
Justifying this shit.
Wait.
He's like, oh, you guys want to talk about size? I'll tell you about size.
How much I'm spending.
Oh shit! My fault, bro. My fault. Wait, size of wait. Repeat the question again. Hold on. I wasn't paying attention. My fault.
I said, Emily, this is for you. Does size matter? Okay, wait. Let's say.
So should I say like yes or no? Just like yes or no?
Oh, you gave a great description of whether size matters.
You were related on it.
So what's up, man?
I would say I definitely gotta feel it inside me, but
Oh, for sure. I can give you
Alright.
that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Are
cool
we
with it.
moving Aerith to round 2?
we could go to the next one.
All right. Aerith, have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining. I very much
Thank you.
appreciate
Wait.
that.
I got
Uh-huh.
a question. So which way should I go?
Okay. All right. Let's add in the next one.
Oh, he made it.
All
it's me.
right. Hi, Carter.
Up. Hey. Hi, Emily.
Hello.
All
are you
right.
tonight?
Always good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I saw you went to the gym earlier. How was your session?
You listen in on that, huh?
A little bit.
It was good. I did legs.
You did legs? Nice. I did a little bit legs too tonight and a little bit upper, so it was fun.
Yeah, right on.
All right. So first date. We're gonna skip the boring part of asking where you would take her on the first date. What are you going to
That's
do
boring.
to assure that she will want to see you again for a second date? What are you doing on the first date that makes it so she'll want to see you on a second date?
I think a good thing for a first date is maybe a little bit of competition. So like it doesn't have to be like mini golf or like bowling, but a little bit of competition, a little bit of adversity, because it can't be just like boring. You don't want to go out and just like just like talk because I've tried that before and it was just like we need a little bit of controversy. We need to know who's gonna win in bowling, and just who's gonna take home the bread.
No, I feel that. I feel that completely.
Okay. All right, let's say she beats you in bowling. And
Beats
then
me in bowling. That's not gonna happen. But
Again.
yeah, I let you. Well, if you were, yeah, I've scored about 350 in bowling, so I don't think I could lose.
Oh shit, I would lose.
Yeah, 350
right.
is not a real score.
No, but let's just say she
Uh-huh.
beats you in bowling. She wins. She asserts her dominance over you. What happens next? Would you want to see her? Would you be like, all right, it's over? What's the vibes?
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I think it's all there about the competition and having a good time. So if she beats me in bowling, then we have to go bowling again so that I can
I
get
was
better
gonna
and
say
so I can beat
for
her.
revenge.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my lick back. If I can't get my lick back, then I don't know what's happening, man.
Okay, what sort of questions would you ask her on a first date?
Ask her on a first date. Well, I mean, there's the classic, like, what are your interests and stuff like that. But there's also, like, what do you see yourself doing in, like, maybe 5 years? That's probably a question for later down the line. But, where do you want to be and what's, like, your vision, like, for yourself? Not, like, your goals, but, like, who do you think you are as a person? And, like, what's your vision for who you want to be? That's kind of a question that I like to ask people.
A deep question.
Yeah,
I feel
try not to go that deep, but maybe it is.
All right. Carter, what's your best pickup line?
My best pickup line, it would be, I've only tried this like one time, but it did work that one time. I walked up to a girl and I was like, hey, I'm trying to win the lottery and I need 10 lucky digits. And I figured your digits would be the luckiest I could get. So could I get your 10 lucky digits?
Ooh, that one's not bad.
Okay, should we move
It's
into
a
round
Logic bar.
2?
I stole it from a Logic song.
Okay, you couldn't. You should have just left that off the table.
I should have left it off. You don't rock with
Not out of
Logic?
brain.
You don't rock with Logic? Come on. We can't not
No,
rock with
I thought you
Logic.
came up with that.
Oh, well, I mean, I edited a little bit, but I did.
Chat, I think they're hitting it off. I think they're hitting it off.
Shooting myself in the foot. I'm sorry. I gotta respect Logic, so I gotta give him credit where credit's due. No stealing content around here. Okay, we make our own content. Dang, you can't even, you gotta put some on TV. You're not rocking with me, or
Just gotta have that music.
oh, you pulled up the Logic. Okay, I'll tell you this song. I'm pretty sure the song is called Numbers.
Is it? I'll check it
Yeah.
out after.
Yeah, good song. What are you listening to?
So.
What
I've
is it?
been in reggaeton kind of mood.
Reggaeton kind of mood? Oh, nice. I've been listening to some Afro beats lately. Those have been kind of.
That's like exactly it.
Yeah,
I've been
exactly.
muted this entire time.
Yeah.
All right, my
forgot
bad. My mic has been muted. I meant to ask,
Oh, you're good.
do you want him to move to round 2 or should we kick him?
You can actually keep them in.
All right,
Keep me in.
into round 2 you go, Carter.
All
right, let's get the next person in here. Hi, Antonio. You can turn your camera on. W Carter. W Carter for making it. All right.
Hello?
What's your best pickup
Yo.
line? Right off the bat, what's your best pickup line? Where are you taking Emily for a
Ooh.
first date? Let's hear it.
Mhm. So me personally, I prefer not to pick up. I prefer to pin down. You feel me? First date, probably like. Have you ever heard of Marry It In? I like. Yeah.
Chat, was that
Marry It
W
In.
Riz? Was that W Riz? I prefer to.
Yeah, I prefer to pin down than pick up type shit. So.
Is that W Riz? Is that actually W
yeah.
Riz?
Where would you like to go on a first date?
I don't think we would have one.
Huh?
I don't think we would have a first date.
Wait,
We
why?
wouldn't have
Why
a
not?
first
Why
date.
not? Why not?
Why?
You
What
lost me at our first pickup line.
Why? Huh? Wait. How? You didn't like my pickup line?
You don't think that's too aggressive for your first pickup line with a chick?
Oh, my bad. Yo, that's my bad.
All right.
Anyways, moving on. I just because I
All
don't
right,
have good
all right,
pickup
all right,
lines,
all
you
right.
know. I just kind of like go off the bat. Whatever you say, like I,
Yeah,
bounce
because I
off
feel
of
like
it.
in 2024 we don't even use pickup lines anymore.
Exactly. You feel me? Like,
All right. So wait, if you're not using a pickup line, what would you do? You see Emily walking across the street. You're like,
right.
that is the love of my life. I need her in my life. How do you make that happen?
How do I make it happen? Well, obviously approaching Emily and then asking, yo, you know, you look like just straight up down on one knee right there and
Are
proposing.
you proposing already?
Yep.
Oh, see, he's all in.
All right.
Where are you from?
Where are you guys
sound
having your
foreign.
wedding?
Wait, what question am I answering right now?
Wait, where would you want to have your wedding together? Since you propose, where's the wedding happening?
You know, I'm from Mexico, so you know, have it in Cancun. You know, a little hotel. There's a hotel that we have a membership at, that I have a membership at, you know, and you can make reservations.
Oh
So,
yeah, we get like a budget wedding.
mm-hmm.
All right. Yum, yum,
Oh,
yum,
yeah.
yum, 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 yum. So, what are some questions you guys have for each other? Like, let's get some rizzing
Oh,
going on here.
I asked her. I asked her where she's from. Where are you from?
Originally Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, PA.
Yeah,
Where you at right now?
LA.
LA. Okay, so you're far. I'm from Philly. The
Oh,
Philly area. Did you?
Are you making
Yeah.
that? Are you
So-
really?
Huh?
You actually from Philly?
Yeah. What the? What makes you think I'm not?
Just checking.
Yeah. Yo, what would you rate me on a scale of 1 to 10?
Depending on what appearance or.
Yeah.
Oh no, your face is half out of the screen.
How is it? No, it's right in the middle.
Now I can see you. Okay. Give it a little sighting.
Huh?
Okay, other side. God, I hate rating people. It's not it.
Huh?
I never rate people, to be honest.
Oh, but what would you rate me? What would you rate me? Just be
Yeah,
honest.
you're people. Like,
My people.
Wait.
Pause.
All right.
That sounds a little racist.
no, I said you're people. I don't rate people.
Oh, okay. No, that sounded a little crazy at first.
No,
No,
hey, don't get
nah,
me
just-
banned on
just-
shit.
Okay, would you introduce Emily to your family? Who would you introduce
Would I?
Emily to your family? Like the first person, your dad, your mom, your
First-
sister, sibling, grandpa.
Huh. Well, my family is very loving, so I think I would introduce you to my mom first. Yeah.
You
That's
guys,
my go-to.
you think
Yeah.
they would get along?
They would get along. Oh yeah, my mom gets along with everybody, but that would take a little bit of time. That would take a little bit of time. Let's get there
Alright.
first. Let's get there first.
Are we moving Antonio to round 2, or are we kicking him?
Take a move.
All right, you're going to round 2.
All right.
All right, are you ready to bring in the next person?
We're ready.
All right. Hello, Wolf. You can go ahead and turn your camera on.
Hold up, let me join. Give me 2 seconds.
Wait. I can see you now. We can see you now.
You were good?
Yes. Okay. Where are you
Fancy my
taking Emily on the first date, Wolf?
On the first date. All right. Well, let me start with this first, because this was gonna be my opening line.
Mm-hmm.
First of all the dudes before, all the dudes last, I'm gonna lose. Straight up. It's all about confidence with me, all right? Confident. You're beautiful, amazing. I wanted to ask you, lip filler or is that color?
Lip filler.
Chat,
either
is
way.
he
All right,
rizzing?
what was the question again?
Where are you taking her on your first date together?
All right. So first of all, we can't have competition. I can't be there, trying to fight dudes and shit. This could be about you, not about me. Like I already know, probably I'm gonna want the second date, get to know you and stuff like that. So first date, we're just gonna have fun, do something like go karting, go to a nice quiet restaurant, somewhere like that you can be outside, look at the stars, have a nice time, something you can remember pretty good. That's about it, yeah. And then maybe, go watch a movie, whatever, go home.
Wait, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? Is that a good first date or a bad first date?
I think it's good.
You
I'm
know,
trying to figure out. I haven't been like. Would you say what active thing would you want to do?
Like go-karting first, just have fun.
I haven't done that since I was like 18.
Yo, nah, yo, how old do you think I am?
It's a little dark.
Yeah, my bad.
They're like 26?
How old?
26?
Way lower. Way lower.
Oh God! Wait, what? Wait, give me some more light.
That's the best I got, bro. It's like 1 a.m. for me.
That's a male's filter right there.
Jesus Christ. I'm using my laptop.
No,
for
that's
right
so
now.
funny. That's so funny. All right.
All
Well,
right,
okay.
I'm 19, bro.
What
I'm
are you
19.
of age at least? We're good on that.
What happened?
Are you of age at least?
Yeah, I'm 19. I'm 19.
Oh,
My
we
little
checked
previous
everyone's age. We checked everyone's age when they came in.
Oh, y'all didn't even check me. I'm 19 though.
I get lawsuits on my hands.
All right, so yeah, what did you think about go-karts and some dinner?
Yeah, we do. Go karts. I haven't done in a minute, so I don't even know if I like that or not. But experience.
Yeah, it'd be
Okay.
fun.
So, I noticed you said you can't have any other men around. What if you go to the go-karting thing and it's all men and Emily's the only girl there and every man is just staring at her? What are you doing in that
All right.
situation?
Let me start with this. My face is not exactly the best to be looking at and trying to look at a girl I'm with, Bro's looking, first of all, I'm 6 foot, I'm 250, I'm like fairly well muscle. So other dudes just ain't gonna be looking my direction, bro. They get in the stare, they're not looking my way, it's not gonna happen.
So you don't think they're gonna like try to fight you or anything?
They better not. That's worse off for them.
All right. Let's say you go there, like a guy walks up to her, he's hitting on her, she's laughing because the guy's just so funny, like he's like Dave Chappelle level funny. What are you doing? Like he's not bigger, he's not stronger, but he is like way funnier, and you can just
So
tell.
let
Like
me start
she's,
with this.
you know,
Bro's
she's.
bro's gonna back off after the first 5 seconds because I'm already like slowly. I'm not gonna try to be rude. I'm not gonna be like jealous or nothing. But I'm just gonna slowly pull her away. Be like, hey, are things coming up? Whatever. I'm not gonna put her in a situation she doesn't need to be in, nor myself. I'm a big man, but I use my violence very,
All right, let's say he's
reserved,
5'2", but he punches you. What are you doing?
Oh, he's going on the fucking ground. He's dying today. Better start fucking praying.
Are we moving Wolf Gear to round 2?
He's 5'2".
Yeah, he's 5'2".
He's dead.
He's like a leprechaun. He's got a pot of gold and everything. And he just punches you like.
I'm 6 foot 250. And I play football. This kid's dead.
All right. Round 2 or not or kick.
Yeah, you can keep him.
All right, round 2, you go.
Yo,
All right, let's add in D1. Hi, D1. You can go ahead and turn your mic and camera on.
All right, perfect. Sorry, I was in the Twitch. So my real name is Ashton, so we can just do that instead of the D1 thing.
Nice to meet you, Ashton.
Hi, how are you guys' nights going?
Good.
It's a good night.
Yeah,
it's a good
getting pretty
night.
late over here, but yeah.
Where do you live?
I live in Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah. I heard you live in LA, which isn't a far drive. It's like 6 hours.
Whoa, you guys live close to each other. All right, so what are you guys doing on the first date? First date comes around. The budget is $36.50. What are you guys doing?
$36. So, man.
36.
That's tough. Damn.
You're really low ball.
I want to see how creative he can get. But
on a budget.
Man, $36. Here, I got this. Okay, I got it.
Gas in your tank. Like
Exactly. So that's what I was thinking. So for $30, I think we just go on a cruise down PCH. It's about a tank of gas. So with the top down, we're just gonna cruise down PCH. I think that's
I've done that
perfect.
many times. I love it. That's actually where I go to like get my right side of mind.
Every time I go to Cali, I always gotta go down PCH.
I used
It's
to
what
live in Pacific Palisades, so I'm very familiar
I always gotta hit Newport. It's my favorite one.
for sure.
All right. Does how much a guy make matter to you?
Not necessarily. As long as he's, motivated and, has his own mentally, I think that's the most important shit.
Does how much a woman make matter to you?
No, yeah, same for me. I don't think so. It's my viewpoint on it is that it's the man's job to kind of like take care of the whole household. If the woman wants to work, she can get her own little money, do what she wants to do, that's fine. But I think the guy takes care of the bills, the kids, you know, car payments, whatever it may be.
Okay, let's say you're out on your first date. Let's say there's no budget on this one. You're out on your first date. A guy comes up and starts talking to her and hitting on her. And you had just gone to the bar to get you guys both some drinks. What are you doing?
I walk up to this guy and be like, yo man, I actually brought her to the bar. Do you mind just like getting away or whatever? That's the way I'd approach it.
What if he says no? Like I'm not going away. And he's also 5'2".
Oh.
This like leprechaun is like a recurring character.
Really got a twerking fetish or something, man. No, so I'm 5'9". I'm pretty muscular. I like Wolf just said. I'm putting this kid in the dirt, man. If he's trying to throw hands like this in a bar, like I'm confrontational like that. When I get a little bit of alcohol, oh yeah, dude. Especially like with a woman in play like that. Yeah, there's no way.
All right.
You're so cute. So
Should
Well,
we
thank you.
round two? Am I hearing he's going to round two?
He's going round 2, yeah.
Well, hold on. I gotta give out a shout out to Fear, my boy Soldier up in there, all trying to hype me up to come in here. So
Shout out you guys.
no.
All right, to round 2 you go. Let's add in Cryptic. Hi, Cryptic. You can go ahead and turn your cam on.
Well, that's a heavy sigh.
That was a
Emily, on
heavy
some real
sigh.
shit, on some real shit, do you be biting?
Damn,
For
what's
real?
going on?
Do you be biting? I want to get close, but I gotta ask that question first because I gotta know if I gotta let my guard down or not.
Wait, what did you say?
Do you be biting?
You say biting
Chad,
or like
what is
biting?
he cooking?
Biting.
On what?
Okay, cool. I could come. Hello, chat. Yo,
Oh, that was such a
Yo.
cute. That was so cute.
Whoa.
Like biting.
let's go.
That was cute. That was so cute. That was so cute. All right. So first
Hi,
date,
Rachel.
Cryptic. Where are you taking Emily?
Huh?
First date. Where are you taking
Date?
Emily?
Date?
Hmm
I don't know. Honestly, like with all due respect, like I would try to like talk to you first to see like what your interests are. I wouldn't want to jump to that, but like on a random date, I would say, being that like I've lived in LA like my whole life,
Okay.
we could go to the beach. We could go to like the Santa Monica Pier, wherever.
For sure.
I will. I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm composed.
All right. So
All right.
you guys go to Santa Monica.
Yeah, we could go to the Santa Monica Pier. We could go to like the little like pier games and stuff. They have like a little arcade and like Ferris wheels and shit like that, you know.
Yeah, they
And
do.
like they have like bars and stuff, you know. And like we could watch the sunset type shit. That's it.
What
know.
questions
See-
would you ask her to get to know her?
I really I'm not a dating kind of person. Holy, what the fuck? I'm not a dating kind of dude. Like I spent most of my life like being in relationships, so I just like meeting people in general, like whether it goes anywhere or not. Like I've been in like situations where like I meet girls and shit like that, and like you know it doesn't really have to go anywhere. I don't really expect shit out of anyone. I'm doing my own shit. I'm working. I got my business, so I'm good.
What? Wait,
She
what was
said she
your
was 10
longest?
years.
What was your longest relationship?
Oh shit. Huh?
What was your longest relationship? 5 years? Whoa, what happened? Can I ask,
That's
or are
a
you
marriage.
uncomfortable? Yeah.
It was recent. It was recent. So I had to
What's
move back to
that?
like my parents. I'm at my parents right now. I used to live like in a 2 bedroom apartment. But like it was all good. It was all good. Like it was just getting a little too toxic. Like I was at fault mostly. Like I'm just trying to do better on myself like every day. Like I know I fucked up, but it just happens, and like I take it as like a lesson. Like we're still good friends. We still keep in touch. Because we had like a shit ton of animals together. So like
Aw.
I like seeing the animals here and there as well. But like it's not romantical anymore. Like it's just homie shit at this point because we were homies before.
Wait, okay, that's so cute. So if you guys broke up, let's say you and Emily dated, you guys broke up, would you guys still be friends after the breakup? I want to hear you, and then I want to hear Emily.
I mean, it depends on the scenario.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Because if you cheat on me or some shit, like I'm not gonna hate you because uh I don't really like if we're not a thing no more, we're not a thing. Ah, damn.
You said you wouldn't hate someone that cheats on you.
I wouldn't really hate somebody because like life's too short. I've been like in a lot of situations where I almost die type shit. So like I'm not really trying to like be spiteful or like hate somebody because I probably did some shit to like fucking disrespect them. So it's not really in my character to like fucking dwell on shit or have grudges. It's pointless. It's pointless.
Wait, so do you think if a girl cheats on a guy, is it his fault for making her want to cheat?
Like I don't know. Like I feel like that's all like on like a personal level. Like because sometimes like you see a lot of like hints or like messages. Like you'll see like a lot of shit like falling off. But like it just like you'll see the signs before like respectfully like like if you don't communicate with your partner, what the fuck are you doing?
That's pretty true.
There's absolutely no point in being with somebody that you can't even look at or talk to.
All right,
Moving
Emily.
on.
All right, wait. Do you have any questions for Emily?
Do you have any like certain talents that like you want to flex or something?
I'm good at soccer.
Oh,
Talent was, I think, like out of pocket things. That's probably my best talent.
that's pretty cool.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
I have too many fucking talents for my own good. I might be a little acoustic, but I haven't checked that out. I can't confirm that.
All right, are we moving cryptic to round 2, Emily, or
I wouldn't.
what?
sorry, I wouldn't.
Why?
I'm good.
Okay, thank you for joining.
No,
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh! I literally was like, what happened? All right, shall we move him to round 2 or no? All right, I'm gonna move you to round 2. I think you gave an incredible answer, and
Thank you,
yeah,
Rachel.
you were very vulnerable. So I'm gonna move you to round 2. Chat, that's a W. That's a W, man's. All right, Danny, you can go ahead and turn your camera on.
How do
Okay,
you
okay.
see it? Wait, do you see me?
Yes.
Yeah.
How do I see myself? What the fuck?
You look good though. Like you look good.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This
I
is a
mean,
good
it's okay. I can
angle.
see you. Like you're looking good.
No,
Yeah, you're front dead center. You're good. You're good to go.
All right.
I'll let you know.
So, what is your like? Give me like your rundown of your first date. Give me your rundown of your Riz. Like, what would you do? You see Emily walking down the street. You're like, that's the love of my life. I need her in my life. What do? You only have one shot.
Okay. I mean, that's okay. That's jumping to a lot of conclusions. But honestly, if I see her walking down the street, I mean, I feel like in this generation, like confrontation in person is kind of rare. So I mean, I guess a little kind of goes a long way nowadays. But I don't think you gotta overthink it. I mean, either it's gonna click or it's not gonna click. I mean, it's really not that difficult. I'd introduce myself, say hi, get her name, see if she's obviously single or not, and go from there. See if she wants to exchange some, some type of contact or anything, and then we'll set something up from there.
Okay, let's say one of your friends also really likes her. What are you doing? You and your friend both really like her, the same amount.
Well, like I don't know about like other people's friends, but like me with my friends, if I were to like her first, and then like my friend randomly showed me a picture of her and was like, "Hey, I really like her," and I said that like I've already like been talking to her and I kind of like her. He's just gonna kind of back off because
What if he
that's kinda what
doesn't?
friends
He's
should do
like, no,
anyway.
like I need her. Like in this scenario, like
I
he's
mean,
not chill about it. He's like, no, I'm not playing.
I'd have to imagine because my friends are pretty cool. But if he really did that, I'd probably just have to talk to him about it. And I mean, if he's your friend, he'll come. You know, you guys will come to an agreement. And if you really did like her first, he's not gonna.
All
He's
right,
not
what
gonna
if he's
push you that far.
what if he's 5'2"?
You guys and your 5'2". Well, like, if he's 5'2", I mean, I could put a ruler on his head.
What
and
are you
then,
with the
you know,
five?
I'm 6'2", so if he's 5'2", it's gonna be a little bit of a difference.
At least 6'2", you should have started with that.
Hey,
Thank you,
I
Aaron.
gotta,
Thank you
you
for
know,
gifting
I
us
gotta kind of
sub.
spread things out.
I'm so
I don't
happy
wanna
that you're
overwhelm
enjoying
you or
the
anything.
stream.
So yeah, I'm 6'2", but it doesn't really change anything.
Okay, wait. Does height matter? Does height matter?
Are you talking to me, yeah?
Yes.
I definitely like a dude taller than me.
Wait, how tall are you?
Wait, how tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Okay, so that's like perfect height. No, that works. That definitely
In
works.
length.
Okay. Does how much? Ooh, wait. How many? All right. You know what? I actually didn't have a question. I was hoping one would come to me. Do you guys have any questions for each
Okay.
other?
Yeah, I have a question if that's okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Can you like explain to me your like ideal, like your ideal person, like break down your type? I'm kind of curious.
Someone loyal. It's my biggest thing in life with friendships, relationships, anything. Loyalty is huge on me. I like someone protective, but just someone real. You can basically I look for a best friend and a partner.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. I love that answer.
How about you?
Pretty on par. I mean, the biggest thing is gonna be really how they are. I mean, I think you can tell a lot about somebody by how they treat other people. So
100.
if we're hanging out in like just random scenarios like that, where if they choose to be kind rather than, acting out irrationally, then I think that shows a lot. So yeah, I'd say how they treat other people kind of is really a big telltale sign.
I agree.
All right. Are we moving Danny to round 2?
Yeah, I can go to round 2.
All right. See you in round 2, Danny.
See you later.
How is your night going?
I'm doing pretty good. How's your guys' nights going?
Good. We're ready to hear some W Riz.
Okay.
So yeah, let's get started. Where are you taking Emily on the first date?
Okay, so my first date, I say we go out, do a fun little game, like mini golf or something. And then, yeah. And then after that, maybe we could get some lunch somewhere, wherever you'd like. I don't know about you, but I like Olive Garden, Panera Bread, all that good pasta stuff. And then, we could talk about like movies, shows, stuff we like, And then, yeah, I think that's a pretty good date.
All right. Yum. What are you bringing to meet Emily's family? What are you bringing with you to meet Emily's family to impress them, gift wise?
I'm bringing her mom flowers. I'm bringing her dad a firm handshake. Confidence is key. I'm gonna tell him, like, I love your daughter. Your daughter's so cool.
Oh, wait.
I'm gonna just come in here and say, Rachel.
Yes, Antonio.
I think you better looking than Emily.
Oh
I'm
my
not gonna
gosh.
lie.
All right. I'm going back to the Rachel chat.
Ban.
Bro just joined and said, "All right, I'm trying everything I got. I'm doing everything I got." All right, let's get Monklords back in here. You can go ahead and turn your camera and microphone on. All right, are we moving Monklords to the second round?
I feel like it kind of got blurted out halfway through, but yeah, I'll give him a second chance.
All right, into round 2 you go. All right, Zay Zay. You can go ahead and turn your mic and camera on. All right, so tell us where you would take Emily on your first date with her.
So I'm a car guy. So I would probably take you out on a drive. Maybe get. Do you like sushi?
I do. I love sushi.
Yeah, I'd probably get some sushi. Go on a
Yeah.
drive.
He
Maybe
got it
like
like
a little
that,
spot.
chat. He got it like
Apple
that. Sushi's
Miata, so I put the
expensive.
top down.
Good night,
And then
Melvin. Just turn on your face cam for Discord.
after
I
that,
You
can't.
like racing?
I didn't
no, I'm into
properly
drifting.
set up my
Okay.
stream so that I could like
I tracked my
have my
car and
camera
everything.
on Discord, unfortunately.
Sick,
Or else
sick.
I would. I like deleted it from my Discord scenes or from
What
my
about
stream scenes, but
you? What would you?
it just didn't
Uh,
work. I would have had to have
rate
started
that?
stream
Rate
on a
that
different way.
first date. 1 to 10.
That's actually not bad. You have me at sushi, so.
That's exactly what I said. Like sushi
Really?
W. What hobbies do you have?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I love cars. I have like 4 builds right now. So I work on
Collector.
cars all the time.
Do you
And I
play?
just started getting into PC.
All right. So, are we moving Zay Zay to round 2? By the way, I think your room looks very sick. You have a very sick setup.
Thank you.
I will put him on the field.
All right, into round 2 you go. All right, Xylith, go ahead and turn your camera and your mic on.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi, Casey.
hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hello, hello.
Emily, what's your favorite color?
Pink.
All right. Where are you taking Emily on your first date together?
To be honest, I'm really simple when it comes to a first date because I don't want to throw all my marbles into one bag. So, for example, maybe like a drive down to Santa Monica Pier, or if I know the type of music that she likes, as you could tell from my jersey, I listen to a lot of EDM as well. That's what I work in for my career. And so maybe like a festival together because doesn't matter where you are in the world and like how you feel of one another. If you go to a festival together and you could vibe together, then I think like that's a pretty good match.
What do you rate that first date?
It's good.
Should we pass him to round 2 or kick him?
I'm not a big festival person, so I don't want to, I listen to deep house music, but festival wise, a lot of people that close to me. So that wouldn't be my first date.
Okay. I mean, that's respectable. I just want to be myself, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with that.
All right. All right. Kick or keep?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for joining. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, for this next round, what we're going to be doing is we're going to have everyone that made it to round 2 all in one call, and we're going to ask questions, and then we'll basically be eliminating 3 guys at a time based on their answers. Literally, thank you guys so much for joining. If you've joined the call and participated in the Discord activities, I'm just saying I appreciate you guys so
we're
much.
canceling out 3 at a time, yeah?
Yes. All right. So
Where would you go on your honeymoon?
all right. So let's start with Aerith.
All right. So straight up, bro, I'm gonna go to Bali, it's in Southeast Asia. It's in Indonesia. That's where I'm from. And then like it's so pretty down there. I'm gonna show you around, and then I can speak their language. That's because it's where I'm from. So yeah, I'm gonna go to Bali, spending money and everything with you. It's only you. Yeah.
All right. My bad. Sorry. My cat has learned how to open doors, and he just opened this door. All right. Next, Antonio.
I would take you to Aruba because it has nice weather The breeze blows in, a little nice breeze from the trades, from the tides. They have great food, great drinks. I see you like to drink. The drinking age is
Chat,
18
who's
over
winning?
there,
Who's winning
so
so far? Who's winning so far?
No way.
All right, Carter.
Hi again, Emily. I think I would take you to Greece because I think
Oh,
the
yo.
beautiful shining blue water would match your eyes perfectly, and it would just look great. The whole scenery, and then your golden hair, and just the nice sunshine, and the background of like the Greece and everything.
Dude, this
it would-
guy's
it would look
killing it.
great.
This guy's
So I
actually
think-
killing it.
I think we'd go to Greece, and we'd look good, and we'd feel good, and we'd have a good time.
Oh my gosh, I was muted. Next is Cryptic.
Mexico, dude. Easy. I got
Simple.
a lot of family over there.
Oh, I think you muted yourself.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I would take you to Mexico. Like, I don't know if you're like interested at all, but like, I could get you through like the cartels and stuff like that. I got a shit ton of family over there that like, they know what's up. Like, they'll like get us around and shit like that. Like
Hell,
and like the
trying to
actual
do?
Mexico though. Actual Mexico though. For real. Easy.
All right. Jedi.
So I think I want to hit up Iceland. I never been to Iceland, but Iceland's got those like black sand beaches, the active volcanoes they can hike to, stuff like that.
All right. Danny.
Okay, so I know this is a little more of a common spot, but I've always wanted to go to France, and as long as you've never been there, I hear it's very romantic, and yeah, I think France is just a classic spot for a reason. So I'd probably say France, and I'm also part French, so I think that'd be pretty cool to see.
All right. Monk Lords.
Okay, so like we're gonna hit up Hawaii for about 3 weeks. We're gonna do all the local activities, do some snorkeling. You already know, like it's gonna be fun, get some souvenirs, hang out, explore the islands. That's what we're doing.
All right. Wolf Gear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool, awesome. So actually, I'm a little bit, creative on this one. So I want to go
Chad, is he
to
mewing?
Ecuador. Ecuador is at the equator of the fucking world or whatever. It's where my mother's from. So I want to go back down over there. There's volcanoes, multiple mountains you can go up zip lining, amazing food, amazing culture, amazing everything, bro. So absolutely everything can be found down there. If you want to do something fun, we can go do something exciting, thrilling, fun. If you just want to have a nice chill day, we can go to a little coffee shop, some fruit, and just chill by the beach or whatever.
All right. Zay.
I would probably go to Tokyo, check out some cars.
Mhm.
We can check out the cherry blossoms. They'll match your shirt. Yeah, I'd probably go to Tokyo.
All right, Emily. We have to eliminate 2 or 3 people this round. Who would you like to eliminate?
I know my top 3 I would pick right now.
Oh, actually, that's even better. All right, who are your top 3, and we'll eliminate everyone else.
Might be Aruba, Greece, and Tokyo.
All right, so you said Aruba, you said Greece, you said Tokyo. All right, I'm kicking everybody else. Everybody else did not make the cut, unfortunately.
This is bullshit.
See
y'all, boys. Love y'all.
It's been real,
Always
bro.
the
It's been
boys.
real.
Always the boys. Always the boys.
I'm going back playing CS anyway. Bye bye.
Have a good night.
All right, we have our top 3 contestants. What is the determining factor for your next guy, for like the guy who has the best riz? What questions do you have?
Let me think of a good one.
Wait, I have one more friend who I'm gonna drag in for this. All right, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and turn on your mic as well.
Anthony.
He dipped. I'll see if he joins back. All right, but in the meantime, let's get some questions going. Wait, Emily just dipped out. We gotta wait for her to come back.
No,
All
I'm sorry.
right. Okay.
I literally accidentally put on the fan instead of the heat, so no.
Hey, what's up?
All right. Go ahead and turn your cam on.
Oh my god.
All right. Now everybody has their cameras on. What is?
I only see myself right now. What is this?
Okay, we got 4 people in here. Chad, is this a good stream? Is this a good stream?
Alright, I'm definitely on the list. Rachel, you owe me. What happened?
Yeah, I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back those $10 for those wings.
Man, where's my wings?
You know what? Is my camera on?
I'll order you wings. I'll order you wings too. I'll actually order you wings after this.
No.
Yo, get me some wings too. Where's the tech support? wings?
All right,
Let's go.
fine, fine. David, you get wings too. Everybody
Yeah,
send me your
let's
address after
go.
this stream. I'm sending everybody wings.
Mama, let's
Can you
go.
personally deliver or not?
No, I have a vitamin D deficiency and I can't leave my house. Actually, I should leave my house, but I have a vitamin D deficiency. And I
Yo,
don't.
can I deliver to Antonio and get a tip?
Yeah, you can deliver to Antonio and I'll give you 1 extra wing.
Let's
Yo,
go.
Rachel, my camera's not turning on.
All right, well,
Dipping so.
all right, guys. Here's the question right now. How many kids do you want and what kind of family do you want? Let's start with Bay.
Oh my god. As much as she wants to have, to be honest. If she wants to have 5, we can have 5. If she wants to have 10, we can have 10. We could be a
I gotta
traditional
keep it
family.
intact, okay?
What'd she say?
I said I gotta keep this shit intact. Like 5 kids.
Hey, you know, I'm a family man, so you know,
Are we adopting or is this coming out of me?
we can adopt. We can adopt.
All right, Antonio.
Adding to the adopting, I prefer to adopt. Only because I feel like there's enough kids in the world, and I can do more good in a kid's life. So, you know.
All right. What about Zay?
I'd say like 2 to 3, but at least 1 adopted. Yeah.
What about Carter?
I'm kind of in the same vein. It's however many she wants. I would like to have at least 2, and preferably a boy and a girl. Obviously, it doesn't have to work out like that because I'd like to see what like half of me plus half of my partner results in. Because I think it'd be beautiful to see like kind of a boy version of both of us and a girl version of both of us. But I also have 2 adopted siblings myself. That's why I have this on. It's a Haitian flag. I have 2 siblings adopted from Haiti, so I'm totally on board with the adoption train as well.
Wait, could I see that cat behind you? Could you like put him up to the camera?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh my gosh! What a sweet.
I can't see.
Oh,
Wait,
I'm gonna text you a picture. I'm literally gonna text you a picture.
wait, throw his picture up if you can on here.
He's fighting me now. I'm trying to
Oh,
hold
now I
him.
see it. Now I see it. Okay,
See him?
okay.
Yeah, see him?
Oh my! What is it? A Bengal?
It's a Savannah, different breed, but he's still.
Wow.
Yeah, he's adorable.
I had a white one.
Oh, white Savannah? Oh, those ones are really pretty too. Yeah, I
White
always
with
wanted.
blue eyes.
What'd you say?
White
with
with
blue eyes? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
a
right.
Bengal too.
Yeah, I always wanted a gold one with green eyes, so I put
Yeah,
in like the order
that was my
specifically.
Bengal.
Yeah,
So cute.
yeah, they're so cute. I love them.
Guys, how many kids do you want?
Honestly, like 2 or 3, but I'd be open like a minimum of 2 or 3.
All right, Emily. If you had to eliminate one person, who would you eliminate?
I narrowed it down to 2. So I narrowed it down 2 people, yeah?
Yeah, 1 or 2. It's up to you for this question.
For the last one, no. I have 2 like I would stick with.
Oh, okay. Who are the finalists? The 2 finalists.
So it's the one that's saying 1 to 2 in the white shirt. The one that brought out the cat. Sorry, I'm not good with usernames, but
Wait, who's the second one? Who's the second one?
the second was the first one.
Okay, all right. Everybody else, thank you for joining. All right. Final question to determine who wins. What do you think it should be? Okay,
Damn,
no.
you can make this one good.
Wait. I think you guys should ask Emily a question for the
That's
last
fine.
one. So you guys can both ask her one question, starting with Bay, and have a little conversation. And like Emily will then decide who she wants to go with.
You gotta become different though.
All right. Well, sorry for the background noise. I'm walking around New York City right now.
Right,
But do you see yourself doing OnlyFans for like the rest of your life? Like, you know, that
No,
type of work?
actually plan to retire from this, should I say, retire from this actually this year. So in this year, I probably made getting close to 500. So I want to actually invest that for another business.
Do you have like a investment portfolio going on, or?
I actually do stocks and trades.
Yeah, that's nice. So you're saying that, you know, our 5 kids are gonna be set, you know, for the future, right?
Oh, am I the breadwinner?
No, I'm the breadwinner too. You know, I got us too. Rachel knows.
All right. What about Carter? Carter, what is
I
your question?
can't do it right now, so I'm gonna just trust your word on that.
I promise, I'm a breadwinner. I got you.
All right.
Chad, he's
Hi,
cooking.
Emily. Yeah,
Chad,
my
who's
question
winning? Who's winning?
is, so I
Chad,
kinda
who's
talked
winning?
about, you know, my vision
Who's winning?
for
Who's
myself
winning?
in the
Who's
future.
winning?
So like what's kind of your vision for not like your goals, but like your vision for like who you are as a person and kind of like what you want to do like with your life and who you want to be.
Overall, mentally, physically good by the age
Get
of
a poll going.
26
Get a poll going.
overall. You know, I've hit a lot of shit in my life, so I definitely want to come back from that and be stronger than I already was. But after that, just be, you know, very independent on my own, be able to have a healthy and amazing relationship with my significant other, rule the world together.
Hmm. Do you think there's something to being healthy as an individual while also being in a relationship? You know how it's kind of a 2-for-1 thing.
Absolutely. Always go to the gym. I know it sounds like duh, but like I know it's even a mental change, physical obviously, but mental change. It definitely affects every single person, even if you go 30 days. Or I'm sorry, 30 minutes
30 minutes
with
to the gym a day.
yeah. So I think it's just keeping our mental track, you know, in line. That's really, really what it takes.
Mhm. Do you see yourself going for the gym for like almost the rest of your life? I see myself doing that. Do you see yourself?
For sure. Not even necessarily for like physical appearance. Like I said, it's honestly just keep you in line, to keep you on a motivation of like a schedule, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, that's kind of your vision is to keep working on yourself.
Chad, who do you
as far
think
as,
is the best man for her
discipline
is?
too.
Who is the best man for her?
I agree.
All right, should we run one more question or do you feel like you have your answer?
Yeah, because I feel like they were kind of diverse.
All right, let's see.
Do a deal breaker, baby.
Ooh, okay. Would you support Emily no matter what she decides to do with her life? Or are there, yeah, would you support her through anything she decides to do in her life? Anything. Faye, go ahead.
Of course, I would support her. You know, I'm very open-minded. You know, the past doesn't really like concern me or bother me. You know, a girl can have 100+ bodies, and that shit doesn't bother me. So, you know,
Damn, what are you trying to imply?
Yeah, babe, what are you trying to say with that?
Dang, you just dragged my
but I'm just saying, like,
We're keeping, yeah, we're keeping that kind of stuff out of here. I feel like that's so disrespectful.
no, but I'll support her, you know, through thick and thin, you know. I got her. 100%.
All right, Carter, what about you?
Yeah, of course I would support her. I think it's more about the person that you are now than the person that you were before because, you know, we all have versions of ourselves that we didn't really like and that we wanted to change. And that's what we just kind of talked about. You know, we wanted to grow as a person. That's what you go to the gym for, to keep your mental in check, keep your body in check. And it's just those realizations of we want to grow in specific ways that really keeps us as going as people. So I'll support her growing. And you know, we can both fail together and then get better together, and that's how I think you should do it in a relationship.
Okay, wait. I have a really good one. It's your 10-year anniversary. You guys have been married for 10 years. What are you getting her as a gift to show her appreciation for the last 10 years of marriage? Carter, we'll start with you.
Well, we might have to go together and pick out another Savannah, or maybe a different type of cat we would want to get. But it'd have to be something specific. And you know, we haven't learned anything about each other besides we both had Savannahs at one point. So that's the only thing I can go off right now. But you know, as we go and grow together, maybe there's, you know, some other jewelry that she likes. We could go something like that, or something more sentimental, like a type of animal that we've wanted. Or if there's a dog you want, we could get a dog. Just something specific to us.
All right, Bae, what about you? Is that a cigarette? Are you smoking a cigarette right now?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, you can see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Oh, what the fuck? My camera wasn't on my screen, but whatever. But now, me personally, I would make something for her because it's like the 10-year anniversary, so it has to be important, in my opinion. You know, I'm very crafty. You know, I studied carpentry for 4+ years. You know, so I would make something big and definitely, you know, sentimental towards our relationship for her. So
Wait, flip your camera. And also,
yeah,
what would you make? Like specifically, what would you build? Like a
like
boat? Like a boat? A canoe?
a boat is a good idea, to be honest, because we can, you know, take it sailing. We can go somewhere, you know, exotic right after. Hopefully, you know, we don't end up like the Titanic, but you know, I got us.
All right. Okay. Do you have a winner for this e-date?
Well, with the cat.
Ah! All right. Congratulations, Carter. I'm so sorry, babe. Congratulations. Oh, what was it? Was it the cat?
It was just his charm. I liked it.
Yeah.
It's his charm. He got the dub for you.
It was the cat's charm, yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations. I will be
you.
100% setting up a date between you guys. So stay tuned. And yeah, thank you both for joining. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Bye, guys.
Singing brim bam bam brim bam bam brim bam bam boom. Brim bam bam